Hey everyone, welcome back to Devs in the Sheds. You're joined by myself, Matthew Coles, and I have Paul Kukul with me. So we work out of our sheds, and today we are going to take you through CodeCatalyst.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. So I guess by now you may or may not have seen Amazon CodeCatalyst. So CodeCatalyst was released at reInvent 2022, and it's a service that helps bring together a range of tooling that you typically use as a developer, like end-to-end tooling that you're using as a developer. And so we're going to start off today by just heading off to the front page of the CodeCatalyst service where you log in. And I'll talk about how you log in just a second. There's a couple of things that we'll go through today, and they will be blueprints. So typically, like as any software engineer, we have a bunch of blueprints or templates, so repeatable type patterns that we've used for our applications. So blueprints is the way of saying, like, here's how my organization builds and hosts and runs static front-end applications. And so you can pick one of those blueprints and go ahead and continue to build on that. The same could be possible for some of your backends. So there's a mechanism to be able to pick one of those blueprints and begin working on those. When we think about what developers do, we spend a lot of our time inside our IDE and writing code, setting up that environment either locally or on some remote server. And so there's a concept of dev environments. As a developer, we know that tooling is important to us, and we feel like, I guess we'll say, like, we feel deeply attached to the tooling we're using when we are writing code. So be it Cloud9 or Visual Studio or IntelliJ, we want to be able to use our IDEs, but we want to do that in a repeatable manner that doesn't cause all of that stress to say, hey, my environment is slightly different to production, or my environment is slightly different to Matt's. So there's a mechanism to work with those dev environments. We'll set that up. And collaboration. So obviously, when you're working on almost any software project, you've got a number of different tools that you're using to make that work visible to the rest of the team, what you're doing, what is coming up to be worked on, what are the issues that you're looking at. And so some type of agile sort of board, and a tool like that exists within CodeCatalyst as well. Once you've got your application ready, you've got this idea of pipelines, like what happens in the pipeline as we're going to build something and push it into production or move it through our different environments. Pipelines is another piece that can be, is managed within CodeCatalyst. There's a number of sample pipelines, and we'll take through some of those typical steps that we look for when we're building software development projects. Those are just a couple of the really highlighted features that we're going to go through. But I recommend everybody to just jump onto CodeCatalyst, take a look at the front page, read what's there, and as you can see, you can start with that for free. And there's a free tiering that you can go ahead and look at what specifically comes under the free tiering, and then sign that register that to your AWS account if you decide to continue on with the project.
So I've really enjoyed using CodeCatalyst. So Paul and I are going to walk through a few cool little features. Stay with us for the next video.